What's up, y'all? It is June 1st, 2024, the month of my birthday. And one of the things I have been doing for the last few years is run the same amount of miles that I'm turning by my birthday. Now, my birthday is June 29th, so that gives me 29 days to run said amount of miles. Well, this year I turned 46, so I need to run 46 miles in 29 days. It works out great because my birthday is at the end of the month. If you want to try this, I just say give yourself 29 days. Don't matter if your birthday's on the 5th, whatever. Just give yourself 29 days. And so I need to run 46 miles in 29 days. Got my new Saucony Freedom Cross Sports on. Pretty and white, but they're going to get dirty. Who cares? Just want to let you guys know I have been running consistently. I just haven't been recording it because I discovered after my 15K that my training sucks. I need to focus more on my training and less on taking time out to record. So I haven't been recording during my runs, but I will keep you guys up to date on this challenge. And stick around, and by the end of the video, you'll see if I get it done. Reverend, please come quick. I got a secret to admit. Met a man out in the sticks, good old miss. I've been listening to that song for about, I don't know, ever. It's like 6:30 on a Saturday. And as I was preparing and getting dressed to go for my run, which is why I'm putting my shoes on now, I was singing that song to myself. Now, I have been listening to what's been called Americana music for about 6 or 7 years when I'm long distance running, because I find that long songs with quality lyrical content makes a long run seem quicker. And so, as you can imagine, over the last handful of years as it ran, I've heard this song thousands of times because I listen to it in my car as well. And every time I sing along with it, he drove a Sirius tan Cadillac and wore a cigar on his lip. But this morning, as I was singing that song all by myself, as the house was quiet, my brain stopped me and said, did he drive a Sirius tan Cadillac? Did he drive a Series 10 Cadillac? Now, I'm not a Cadillac aficionado. I've driven in a few Cadillacs a few times. But for all these years when I was singing along, I always sung Series 10 Cadillac. So I did the only thing you could do, which is I Googled it. And lo and behold, after all these years, I was wrong. He drove a Series 10 Cadillac and wore a cigar on his lip. I guess that just goes to show, we turn off all the noise, all the music, TVs, and we allow our mind to process some thoughts in the quiet, the answer will reveal itself. Because why, after all these years of singing this song along with the song, 6:30 in the morning, when everybody's asleep, no noise, my brain fills me in on the truth. And he drove a Series 10 Cadillac and wore a cigar on his lip. So, you guys ever find yourself thinking or questioning or trying to sort out what's going on in your life? Perhaps you turn off all the noise, all the nonsense, and let the quiet in. Who knows? Maybe you'll find the answer. So I got up this morning, it's Saturday, and I want to put in at least 10 miles. So I got all my stuff out the night before, get all my gear on. I start running, I get maybe quarter to half a mile into it. Took a different route, so my measurements are off because I run my normal route. I have the distances pretty much memorized from when my watch goes off in that same spot every time I run, because it's a mile. It's how miles work. So I ran a different route. I can't remember if I got to a mile or not. Both my feet just started curling in. my calves started jamming up. I'm like, what the hell? I actually stretched out longer than I usually do. I started drinking before I started running, working on my hydration and all that. And I'm just stopping and walking and running. My feet are hurting. I feel like I have Charlie horses. And I looked down and I realized the night before I was watching a product review video and the guy was talking about how he bought some compression calf socks on Amazon, and they come in handy to keep from getting mud all up the back of your leg when you're running on trails. And it's like, well, I got all this construction going on in my neighborhood, as you guys have seen. And I come back and my legs are just covered in sand and mud. Shit makes its way down to my socks while I'm running. So I said, well, let me put my compression socks on when I go run. Well, I haven't worn these things in a while. Apparently my calves have gotten bigger. And the compression from these socks were so tight, it didn't feel tight when I'm walking. I mean, it didn't feel like they weren't hard to put on. But either they were still too tight or my body just wasn't used to it. And like due to the blood restriction, my feet just curled up like, yo, I can't get any blood. So I literally stopped in a cul-de-sac. It's actually more of a dead end of a cul-de-sac. There was a truck parked. I literally sat my ass in the street, took my shoes off, pulled off my compression socks, put them in my vest, put my shoes on, and trudged. Let me tell you, I trudged. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, it was a great run. No, it sucked. I did like 5 miles. I think my pace was 15-minute miles. Even after taking when I took the sleeves off, the pain resided. You know, it's almost like someone's grabbing your arm real hard, make your hand turn red. Well, it wasn't quite that severe, but it felt that severe. So there was instant relief when I took them off. But it just took forever to bounce back. I think finally my last mile was like almost a 13er, but yeah, I trudged through it, but whatever, still got it done. It's the 15th today. I got 14 more days to get to 46 miles. And I just hit mile 23 today, so I'm halfway there, about half of the month. So I'll check back with y'all soon. Happy Father's Day. I had yours to run last night, but I didn't left till today. But I found out today my feet calves hurt so bad from yesterday. But I decided I was just going to go a different route and go to the Yellow Creek Fever Preserve. I've done some HDR training in the past and just do some trail running, which it's over there across the street, about halfway here. I said to myself, hey stupid, instead of going up to the Yellow Creek Fever Preserve, the Yellow Fever Creek Preserve, on this Sunday, following the 7th most rain-producing days that Forest had, like streets were flooding Wednesday and stuff. We're going to choose that weekend to go running in an area called Yellow Fever Creek Preserve. Well, that's just irony, but it rains in places like that. And it occurred to me that it's just going to be full of water and or drying up or full of mosquitoes. So I was planning on crossing the street, but after seeing the parking lot and how nobody was there, I have to stay on this side of the street because I'm probably going to turn around and head back here shortly. I'm trying to suffer through, force myself to get another 5 miles because it is, what, the 17th? Whatever day Father's Day is. I'm at 18.3 miles before I started this run. At 36, so I'm in mile zone. So I'm getting them in, I'm just going slowly and horribly. Anyhow, like, subscribe, share with a friend. I'll check with y'all later. So I turned off the music, turned on some David Goggins, decided, hey stupid, you have to run a Yellow Fever Creek Preserve trail run. Your whole neighborhood has a fucking trail. because they're tearing it all up to put in the city water. So I got my ring, I got my trail shoes on. I'm suffering. I think I'm on mile 3.5. Whatever. So I'm just meandering around the neighborhood, talking to the phone like a crazy person. Ready to get some dirt. But hey, I'll tell you what, man. Losing this weight's fucking hard. But at the end of the day, I know the biggest problem is I can't get my diet fully committed. That's what I'm working on. What's up, everybody? So, I'm trying to get to 46 miles by my 46th birthday on June 29th. Today is the 22nd. I'll be at 30 miles for the month. That's not why we're here. Why we're here is the fact that I'm completely soaking wet, even though I'm only 3.5 miles in. This is Florida. That's not why I'm wet. Why I am wet, I discovered that my mouthpiece has a hole in it. And so when I was trying to adjust it, noticed that a spurt, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's literally spurting in the same rhythm that I'm running due to the water bouncing off my back. It's almost like a visualization. Right, my heart's pumping right. That's why I'm soaking wet. It's Tuesday. I'm trying to run. I'm at 35 miles, which feels awfully close to 46. But I'm running tonight. Can't run tomorrow night. I had a podcast. Couldn't run last night because it did downpour and rain for hours on end. 35 miles seems so close. And you realize I gotta run 46. I actually have 11 more miles to go. And I got tonight, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday to get them done. Makes this even harder. Well, that's the fact that I'm already 35 miles into it. My knees are killing me. I've been getting some weird feet pain the last couple days in my Saucony Freedom shoes. So I broke out the Cohesion 15s that came with the blank generic insole. That makes me wonder if they're bootleg. But speaking of insoles, I also just got in the mail today some Bryson running insoles. You know, in the past I've had some bad luck with insoles, with slippage and just bad fit. Well, the cool thing about these is they actually have you pull out your factory insoles and use those as a template. So you're cutting your Bryson insoles to the exact same shape as your OEM insole. And you just toss the OEM insole to the side, put the Bryson insole in. 2 miles in and I haven't had any slippage. I haven't had to stop and like flatten it back down. They seem to be holding great. And even though these shoes already have like 130 miles on them, I'm actually feeling pretty good with the exception of the residual pain from my knees and ankles from the last few runs I did with my feet pain. Ooh, lightning. No more signs I need to get this run done. I think I want to pick up a pair of these insoles for my trail running shoes. And then I might see if my Freedom insoles actually come out. I might put a pair in those. But we'll see. Thanks for sticking around this long. So if you live anywhere in Florida, you probably have two Publix within a reasonable distance from your home. And this is the Publix that is near my home, but the furthest from my home. I started visiting these shells. I was like, and this is the Publix that I go to when I do my 6 mile or longer runs, because it's 3 miles from my house. I can stop here, top off my water bottles, use the bathroom, and all that fun stuff. They also sell Stinger waffles here, which come in handy, and if I get low on Gushers, I can buy some Gushers to get my sugar boost while I'm, at mile 5 or whatever. The thing that sucks about this Publix, and I noticed the irony of them selling Stinger waffles, is none, zero, zilp, nada, none of their cold refrigerators at the end of every single aisle, plus their stand-up one, has anything in it but soda, energy drinks, or bottled water. Now, I do buy one bottled water because I want to fill up one side of my water, but I like to have access to a Gatorade, a Powerade, and we're in Florida. It's like, I need electrolytes. The one by my house has a wide variety. They got the Gatorade, they got the sodas, they got the Arizona Energy. This one is strictly Coke and Mountain Dew, Monster, Red Bull, and bottles of water. Nothing else. Sorry if the screen's all wet, my phone's all wet because, well, I just finished mile 7. When I started today, I was at 40.9. I needed 6 miles because it's my 46th birthday. So for those y'all just seeing this, my goal was to run the amount of miles that my birthday is within 29 days because, well, today's my birthday. I've been doing this for 5 or 6 years. But as you can expect, when you get older, it gets harder because, well, you're older and you got to put more miles. So I ran my 46th, and I decided to put in one more because, fun to grow one. So on the past episode of the What's in Your Head podcast, we kind of got into this challenge I'm doing, and by the end of the show, it went into text messages where Morgan was telling me his desired goals for 2 5Ks around here. And one of them I feel is a little ambitious. He wants to run the Edison 5K, which would be the public run for the arts. He wants to do it in sub 30. That's a mile each direction over a bridge. So it's 1 mile over, 1 mile back, and then a mile into downtown Fort Myers. Actually, it's a half a mile from downtown Fort Myers, a mile over the bridge, a mile back, half mile back to 3.1. And that's very cool. But Mike asked, how do you not become a heat casualty living here in Florida? And I explained to him that's why I run at 9:30 at night. He said, yeah, but you don't get any sleep. I can't do that. I said, valid point. And so I thought it only makes sense to take this opportunity now that I'm walking home, because I already hit 7 miles, to show Mike and everybody else how I don't become a heat casualty. First and foremost, Saturday, it is late. I woke up at 7, didn't start running until 8. But I figured, what the hell, I'm going to do it. So anyhow, got one Hydro Flask full of Gatorade here, one Hydro Flask full of Gatorade there. If I'm only running 3-4 miles, that's all I'll do. I don't do the Hydro Pack in the back. But if I know I'm running in the daytime, and I'm going to be running more than 3 miles, I still do the Gatorade, and then I do water in the back, and then I run all the way down to Publix. By then, these are pretty much gone. and that water's warm as hell. So at that point I buy ice, put it in the hydro pack, refill it, and then I complain to myself that Publix has any Gatorade or anything other than soda and bottled water. I don't have Powerade, Pedialyte, none of that stuff in the cold aisle. So you go to every aisle, it's just all soda and bottled water. So I buy bottled water, and I basically dilute these guys, put the bottle of water here to refill up this Gatorade. But more importantly, in here, I have my baggie. In here I got salt sticks and 2 forms of ibuprofen. Now it is not lost on me, and I know damn well I'm gonna be running down the street one day, pull that baggie out, and take a salt stick so I don't get dehydrated. Some crazy nuts might think I got a bag of oxy or some shit, so I'm perfectly aware that's a thing. But anyhow, take 1 salt stick every hour. I start my run off with an ibuprofen because well, my feet and I'm old. Then in here, I keep Stinger waffles. And then over here, I keep Poor Man's Gels, otherwise known as Gushers and or Welch's fruit snacks. So I take those when I need a hit of sugar to get a little extra energy. And I try to take, I don't need a whole pack, I think like 3 or 4. And then try to eat a Stinger waffle once every 30 minutes or so. I recently learned how important nutrition is, so do the sweat test, figure out how much water. And the other thing I do, you see a lot of walking because people are realizing the importance of Tier 2 training, or Zone 2 training. So to get my heart rate back down to Zone 3, I'll slow down, do a lot of walking. And I'm tired, I'm doing this with you. Check this out. Bunny bone. I see so many rabbits running around. Definitely know when it's rabbit season. Anyhow, thanks for hanging out. Like, subscribe, share, with a friend. I'm gonna go shower and see what sort of birthday nap I can get into.
This has been a Digital 410 production.